A triple road train is 50 metres of steel and freight. You already knew that. Here's what you didn't. $1 million rig burning a litre of diesel every single kilometre, grinding through 62 tyres, costing well over $2 per kilometre before the driver earns a cent. The true cost of keeping one rolling isn't impressive, it's punishing. So how does anyone actually make money doing this? Before a single wheel turns, before the first payload is loaded, the financial clock is already ticking. The entry fee to this industry is staggering. A new Outback spec Kenworth T909 prime mover, the heavy-duty workhorse of the red dirt highways, retails between $500,000 and $700,000 Australian dollars. A top-spec custom build can push toward $1 million before you even hook up a trailer. Even on the second-hand market, a decade-old prime mover commands over $210,000 because these Outback-capable rigs hold their value. But a prime mover on its own moves nothing. To pull a triple road train, an operator must add 3 trailers and the converter dollies that connect them. Each trailer adds tens of thousands more to the ledger. By the time the complete 50-metre combination is coupled together, the total capital investment averages $1.2 million. Very few operators pay cash. They finance it. This means the moment a new rig leaves the dealership gate, it carries a mountain of debt. Bank repayments do not care about weather delays, driver sickness, or flooded dirt roads. Whether the truck is hauling 70 tonnes of freight through the Kimberley or sitting idle in a yard, those massive finance payments keep ticking. Every single kilometre of the rig's service life is a race against interest. Before an operator can make a single dollar of profit, they must first survive the brutal physics of the buy-in. Once the wheels start turning, the immediate threat to survival is fuel. Diesel is the single biggest running cost for an operator, routinely swallowing up to 1/3 of their total revenue. The burn rate escalates dramatically with scale. A standard loaded semi-trailer consumes between 35 and 55 litres of fuel for every 100 kilometres. Step up to a B-double, and that figure climbs past 65 litres. But a fully loaded triple road train operating in the deep interior pushes the absolute limits of mechanical drag, burning close to 1 litre of diesel for every single kilometre. On a typical 3,000 kilometre run to Darwin, that equates to a massive 3,000 litres of fuel. At the pump, a single fill-up costs more than many people's weekly wage. This creates a brutal cash flow squeeze. The operator must pay for that fuel immediately, yet the customer's invoice might not clear for weeks. In 40-degree Outback heat, the engine's air conditioner works overtime, lifting fuel use by another 5 to 10%. Even when parked, the truck burns 2 litres of diesel every hour just sitting at idle. Operators survive by controlling the controllable. Dropping cruise speed from 100 kilometres an hour to 90 can save 10% on fuel. Government fuel tax credits offer partial relief, but they are a delayed rebate, not a cure for a bank account draining in real time. The physical destruction of the road train's most basic component happens out of sight, right where the rubber meets the blistering bitumen. A standard triple road train rolls on 62 tyres across the prime mover, 3 trailers, and 2 converter dollies. At hundreds of dollars per tyre, with specialised drive tyres exceeding $850 each, a complete replacement set is a crushing $30,000 to $35,000 event. Outback heat frequently passing 40 degrees Celsius, combined with jagged gravel and 80-tonne payloads, shreds rubber at an alarming rate. Blowouts are a routine business risk, a daily operational certainty. Drivers carry multiple heavy spares, knowing a single shredded tyre at high speed can tear mudguards, sever brake lines, and steal hours of transit time. While retreads slash replacement bills by up to 50%, they merely delay the inevitable attrition. Every rotation is a calculated loss. That rhythmic thump-thump echoing across the desert is the sound of cash wearing away by the meter. Beneath the tyres, the Outback operates as a giant grinder designed to destroy heavy machinery. Endless road corrugations violently shake steel chassis, cracking structural welds and loosening heavy fasteners. Fine red dust bypasses seals to choke engine filters, while 40-degree heat bakes hydraulic lines and thins transmission fluid. Every single trip actively shakes, cooks, and tests the absolute limits of the metal. Under these brutal conditions, standard servicing is a constant, expensive requirement. A basic scheduled workshop visit runs into the thousands, and with the high kilometres travelled, it happens almost constantly. Delaying this care risks catastrophic failure. A major engine rebuild costs tens of thousands of dollars, and a failed gearbox carries a similar financial penalty. If a rig is stranded hundreds of kilometres from help, heavy vehicle towing and remote recovery fees quickly add another $4,000 to $6,000. To survive, operators must allocate a dedicated maintenance reserve of 48 cents for every single kilometre. Attempting to skip preventative care is a debt the Outback always reclaims with interest. Even when the highway is clear and operations run smoothly, a silent ledger drains the business every hour. It starts with the right to operate. Annual heavy vehicle registration and road user charges easily climb into 5 figures for a triple combination. Protecting a $1 million rig and its cargo requires specialized insurance premiums costing tens of thousands more. Then comes the compliance machine, route permits, national heavy vehicle accreditation, and strict fatigue management paperwork. Meanwhile, depreciation silently erodes up to 35 cents of value for every single kilometre, regardless of whether the truck is moving. Across this entire asset stack, bank finance interest never sleeps. On top of the metal, you need the mind to command it. A national shortage of over 28,000 drivers has pushed skilled road train wages into 6 figures, with remote mining routes demanding up to $55 an hour. Add fleet presentation, cleaning, and administrative overheads, and the baseline cost of existence climbs. A road train only earns when its wheels are turning, but these invisible bills keep arriving even when the rig is parked. When all these layers of expense, the finance payments, the fuel, the tyres, the maintenance, and the wages, are stacked together, they reveal the raw arithmetic of survival. In the transport industry, the official benchmark shows that a standard B-double costs around $2.26 for every single kilometre it travels. But a massive triple road train operates on an entirely different scale. To keep one of these multi-trailer combinations moving through the Outback, an operator must spend between $2 and $3 per kilometre, and that is before making a single cent of profit. On a typical 3,000 kilometre run, that baseline cost to turn the wheels climbs to $9,000. Over the course of a single year, a busy rig easily burns through hundreds of thousands of dollars in operating expenses. For owner-operators and fleet accountants, managing these figures is a daily fight. With net profit margins in the Australian freight industry scraping between just 2 and 4%, there are only a few cents of profit in every revenue dollar. There is absolutely no margin for error. One remote breakdown, a sudden spike in diesel prices, or a single lost freight contract can instantly turn a thin profit into a devastating loss. This unforgiving reality proves that the transport business operates on brutal financial discipline, far removed from horsepower, big engines, or Outback romance. In this high-stakes environment, undercutting rates to win work is a slow, certain path to going broke. Next time a road train roars past, forget the romance. You are watching a $1 million asset burning cash by the kilometre, operating on a razor-thin edge. In this unforgiving landscape, precision isn't just business, it's survival. Subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden economics of our world.